Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I haven't done one of these in a little while, so I thought I'd jump on with April numbers coming, April 2022 numbers coming through, and being the beginning of May, just to kind of touch on the market and discuss what's going on as we've all been watching kind of headlines, whether it's newspapers or TV or Twitter, social, of all kinds of things going on in the real estate market in Toronto and the GTA. Prices falling, sales down 42% year over year from last April. Then we see some homes that are just selling over asking. Then we see some that are selling under asking or sitting on the market, and it's a really confusing up and down roller coaster kind of market right now. So it's really hard to figure out if you're a buyer or a seller, or just a homeowner in general, and you're curious what your home's worth. It's really hard to figure out what's going on. So I thought it'd be easier, instead of writing a blog or whatnot, just to kind of unpack it here and discuss it a little bit. What we're seeing overall is a slowing in the market for sure. Rates have gone up, demand has slowed. We're seeing less buyers in the market. We are also seeing that listings are taking longer to sell. Less offers on offer nights. So offer night is when they list low, have an offer date, and then usually you wait for 2, 3, 10, 15 offers. In January and February, every home was practically getting 10 or 15 offers. Now it's a lot less. Basically, I would say that maybe 30% of homes are getting multiple offers, and most of those seem to be in Toronto. And then the ones that aren't and sitting a little are in the outer areas, GTA, maybe Durham, maybe Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Aurora, further out, Brampton, maybe Mississauga, or even further out than that. There seems to be a lot more inventory in those neighborhoods, and there is more selection. Buyers have choice, so they're taking their time. And because there's less buyers in the market, either because interest rates have gone up, and it's taken some investors out, it's also taken just some first-time home buyers out of the market, because with rates going up as much as they have and as quickly as they have, some of them unfortunately aren't able to afford a home anymore, or it's harder to afford a home, or maybe they afford a cheaper home, so they have to go even further out. So that's drastically changed the market. But what we are seeing in Toronto, interestingly enough, in neighborhoods that I'm tracking, such as North Riverdale, South Riverdale, specifically Withrow Park, Plater Estates, Leasides, Junction, High Park. These are neighborhoods that are still very busy. The homes that look nice, staged nice, they're getting offers. There were 3 in Withrow Park, by Withrow Park, that sold in the last 2 weeks, and they all got multiple offers. One of them got 3 bullies, was probably only worth around 2 mil, sold for 2.1. Another one last night got 9 offers. I had it pegged at about 2 million value. It sold at 2.3. And why? Well, I think these neighborhoods are very sought after. There's more demand in these neighborhoods than, say, the Scarboroughs or the Richmond Hills. And because of the more demand, why is there more demand? They're trying to get into the right school for their kids. They value the high grades of the school. They love the area, transit. There's a lot of benefits. Not that Richmond Hill and these other areas don't, but it just seems the demand is greater in these downtown neighborhoods, and thus we're still seeing homes selling above asking in these neighborhoods. And in terms of what we're going to see come summer, there's no way to really predict it. Nobody can really predict the market, but everybody always asks me that question: what's going to happen down the road? I mean, rates are going to go up. They're going to be at 4. Are we going to go 4? There's going to be another rate hike in June 1st. Are we going to hit 5? I mean, nobody really knows for sure. But rates are going up, so that's definitely going to take a lot of the excess demand in the market. I think it's also important to point out that with all the demand that we had the last 2 years, people jumped in and bought and sold maybe when they weren't thinking to do it, but the pandemic forced them to, maybe because they needed more space, or maybe we all probably fell into this, kind of hated our own home because we spent too much time in it, and they decided to change. And because of all of that extra activity, I guess, that pushed buyers forward, and thus now with hopefully the end of the pandemic and everything, everybody going back to work in the offices downtown, we're not seeing as much moving around as we were. So that's kind of what's going on the ground and what I'm seeing. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to DM me, and happy to jump on a phone call or an email to chat further. Have a great May, everybody. Looking forward to the summer. Take care.